Hello students. So this is our next part of chapter 2, that is motion in one dimension. Okay, graphical representation of linear motion. Today we will do only this part, displacement versus time graph. Okay, so motion in one dimension means any object moves along a straight line. Okay, this kind of motion is also known as linear motion or rectilinear motion. Okay, different terms of this motion that we have already discussed, like displacement, distance, velocity, speed, acceleration, retardation. Okay, and we have seen small numericals. Today we will discuss the graphical representation. Okay, this one dimensional motion can be analyzed properly and can be studied properly using this graphical representation. Okay, there are three kinds of graphical representation. First one is that one, displacement time. Second one is velocity time, and third one is acceleration time. Okay, so one by one we will see this. Today we will discuss only this part. Okay, so in displacement time graph there are two terms, displacement and time. Okay, so first we will draw a graph, that means x-axis and y-axis. Okay, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Okay, along y-axis we will put the first part, that is displacement. Okay, whenever we will write this physical quantity, we will also write its unit, SI unit. Okay, and along x-axis we will put the second physical quantity, that is time. Okay, you can put the short form of time and also write its unit, that is second. Okay, this is the first representation. Displacement will be along y-axis and time will be along x-axis. Okay, now from this kind of graph, from this displacement time graph, which physical quantity we can get? Which physical quantity? Another physical quantity that we can calculate from this type of graph is the ratio of physical quantity along y-axis to the ratio of physical quantity along x-axis. Okay, so along y-axis displacement and along x-axis time. What is this known as? This known as velocity, displacement by time. Okay, so from this displacement time graph we can calculate velocity of any object. Okay, understand? So velocity is determined by this ratio. Okay, that means if we draw a graph, we have to find the slope. Okay, from the graph, velocity is determined from the slope of the graph. Okay, from the slope of the graph. Okay, we will understand how to find the slope. Okay, so if this slope is positive, then what does this mean? If this slope is negative, then what does this mean? There are two kinds of slope is there. First one, if the slope is positive, then what does this mean? Slope is positive means the body is going away from the origin. The body is moving away from the origin or reference point. Okay, from the origin or reference point. And second one is slope negative. That means what? Slope is negative means velocity is negative. Negative velocity means what? The object is returning back to this origin or the reference point. The body is returning back to the origin or reference point. Okay, so these are the two things, two different signs of slope. Okay, positive means that, negative means this. Okay, understand? So from displacement time graph we can calculate velocity. Velocity is calculated from the slope of the graph. Okay, if slope is positive, body is moving away from the origin. Slope is negative, body is returning back to the origin. Okay, understand? Now we will discuss different cases related to this graph. Okay, I am erasing this part. Then we will see how velocity is calculated from the graph. Case 1. Case 1. Case 1 is what? The object is at rest with respect to the origin. Okay, object is at rest with respect to the origin, and suppose at t equal to 0, displacement, suppose take any value, suppose 5 meter. Okay, and t equal to 1 second, displacement is still 5 meter because it is at rest. Time is going on, but the displacement is not changing 5 meters, and this way it is going on. So how the graph will look like? So here this is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in this way it is going on, and displacement is 5, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, here suppose 5. Okay, and here it is 1, 2, 3. Okay, now t equal to 0, s equal to 5. So this is our first point. T equal to 2, s equal to again 5. T equal to 3, t equal to 2, 5. T equal to 3 again, suppose 5. In this way it is going on. So if you join these points, you will get a straight line which is parallel to the time axis. So if an object is at rest with respect to the origin, that means the graph will look like this. Okay, how will you express it? So the graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis. Okay, parallel to the time axis. If the object is at rest, then what will be its velocity? No velocity. So velocity is 0. So velocity equal to 0. How to calculate? Slope. Slope means take any point, any 2 points. Suppose this point I am taking another 6 second. Then this is the point. These 2 points I am taking. Okay. Then what will you calculate? Take these 2 points, and then what will be the time difference that you will calculate, and what will be the displacement, means what is the distance between these 2 points. These 2 points, this point represents 5 meter, this point also represents 5 meter. So what is the difference between them? That means displacement is between these 2 points AB, between the point AB, displacement is 0. There is no difference. This is also 5 meter, this is also 5 meter. Here time difference is there, 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3. So it is 0 by 3, it will be 0. So velocity is 0. Okay. So if the object is at rest with respect to origin, the velocity of the object will be 0. Understand? This will be the graph. This is the expression of the graph. Okay. This is first case. Now come to second case. I am erasing this. Now come to second case. Case 2. Okay. Object is moving along a straight line in a particular direction with constant speed. Okay, constant speed, particular direction, that means uniform velocity. Okay, so ultimately if the object moves with uniform velocity, then what will be the graph? So suppose this is the graph. Along y-axis displacement, okay, unit is meter. Along x-axis time, unit is second. Okay, so how the graph will look like? So I am giving some data. Uniform speed means uniform speed in a particular direction, so direction will not change. Okay, path is a straight path. And constant speed means in each equal interval of time the object covers equal distance. Okay, in each equal interval of time object covers equal distance. So I am giving some data here. so that you can understand. So time t, okay, and displacement or distance covered, that is s. At t equal to 0, suppose it is at 0. So here it is, initially it is here. Then at t equal to 1 second, s suppose 10 meter. At t equal to 2 second, s suppose 20 meter. At t equal to 3 second, it is 30 meter. 4 second, 40 meter. 5 second, 50 meter. So in this way. So if you see the difference between time, 2 minus 1, 1. 20 minus 10, 10. Check this, 4 minus 3, 1. 40 minus 30, 10. Okay. So in each equal interval of time, the object is moving equal distance in a particular direction. For that reason it is uniform velocity. So how will you draw the graph? So draw the graph here. 5. So take, suppose this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Okay, along this 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This distances should be equal. Okay, because it is equal interval. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, now put these points. 0, 0, it is origin. Now 1, 10. At 1 it is 10. So this is 1 point. 2, 20. 2, 20. This is another point. 3, 30. This is another point. 4, 40. This will be another point. 5, 50. This will be another point. Now if you join them, the graph will be a straight line. Okay, like this. If you join these points, the graph will be straight line, which is passing through the origin and which is inclined to this time axis. Okay, so how will you write this? So for this uniform velocity, graph will be straight line, okay, straight line and passing through origin. It will pass through origin when at t equal to 0, s is equal to 0. Okay, if at t is equal to 0, s is not 0, then it will not pass through origin. Then it will only be straight line which is inclined to the time axis. Okay, here it is straight line passing through origin and inclined to the time axis. Okay, as this graph has some inclination with this time axis, so there is some velocity. For this reason, this uniform velocity. Okay, so here how will you calculate that velocity? Here that object has some velocity. How will you calculate that velocity? Okay, that we will see. So next point is calculation of velocity. Velocity. How will you calculate? How will you calculate the velocity? So take any 2 points on this graph for which you can find the values of time and the respective displacement. Okay. So take any 2 points. So I am taking this point and this point. Take any 2 points. You can take this, or you can take this, any 2. As it is uniform velocity, so values for any 2 points will be same. Okay. So I am taking these 2 points. Then what will you do? Draw a triangle. Okay, like this. Draw a perpendicular on this line and draw a perpendicular. Okay, from this point also draw a perpendicular here. From this point draw a perpendicular. Okay. Okay, so I am giving a name of this triangle. Suppose this is A, B, C. Okay, now how will you calculate the slope? Slope is defined as the this height by this distance. Okay, BC by AB. This is a right angle triangle. This is height and this is base. AC is hypotenuse. Okay, so BC by AB is the slope of this graph. So velocity equal to slope. Slope equal to what? BC by AB. Okay. Now BC means what? This distance equal to what? This distance is equal to this. This distance is equal to this part. So BC equal to 40 minus 20. So it will be 40 minus 20. Okay. by AB. AB means this part means equal to this 4 minus 2, 4 minus 2, okay, 40 minus 20, this is in meter and this is in second. So it will be 20 by 2 meter per second, so it will be 10 meter per second. So from this graph, if we know all these things, then we can tell this is its velocity. We can calculate the velocity from the graph. If you take these 2 points, these and these, you will get the same value. Okay, you will get the 10 meter per second because it is uniform velocity. Okay, uniform velocity means its velocity will be same. Okay, at any time its velocity will be same. So this is the calculation of velocity from this displacement time graph. Okay, now here look, this displacement time graph, here the graph is a straight line which is inclined to the time axis. Whenever you get this kind of graph, straight line which is inclined to this x-axis, then in that case the physical quantity along y-axis will be directly proportional to the physical quantity along x-axis. Okay, so from this graph we can also tell that here displacement denoted by s is directly proportional to the time. Okay, so if time increases, time interval is equal, then s will increase equally. Okay, s is directly proportional to the t. Whenever you will get this kind of graph, one example of this we had done in the SHM simple pendulum. Okay, so whenever you will get a straight line, okay, and that straight line is inclined with this axis, okay, x-axis or here time axis, then the physical quantity along y-axis, that is here displacement, is directly proportional to the physical quantity along x-axis, here it is t. Okay, and if y is directly proportional to x, then something will be constant, and that something will be constant, that something is the ratio of this. Okay, that something is the ratio of this displacement by time. Okay, displacement time means here velocity, so velocity will be constant in this graph. Understand how to calculate? Okay, so here we are saying that the velocity is positive. Velocity is positive, that means slope is positive. Slope is positive means what? The object is moving away from the origin. Object is going away from the origin. Okay, understand? Okay, now I am giving another example in which positive slope is there and also negative slope is there. Okay, so I am erasing this part. So another graph, suppose this is the graph, this is displacement unit meter, this is time unit second. Okay, so here the graph I am drawing like this. Suppose this is the graph and this is another. Okay, this is a straight line, this is another straight line. I am giving some points. Suppose this is 60, okay, this is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and here suppose I am giving this is 6 seconds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Okay, the graph means this interval should be equal. Okay, so this is 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, and this one is 14. Okay, I am giving a name 0, O, A, and this point is B. Okay, so for this graph OA, what is happening? For OA, if you calculate the slope will be positive. How will you calculate the slope? Take the whole line, okay, then this by this means 60, this total length is what? 60, and this part is 6, So slope equal to this part means final point minus initial point. So final point is 60, initial point 0. So it is 60 by 6, it is 10 meter per second. Okay, okay. So slope here positive. That means the object is going or moving away from the origin. Okay, object is moving away from the origin. Now come to this part, AB. So for AB, what will be the slope? Slope is, now initial point is this. From this point to this point, the object is going from A to B. Okay, so initial point is this, final point is this. So initial displacement 60, final displacement 0. So final minus initial. So slope equal to final is 0 minus initial by time difference. Time difference is always positive. So 14 minus 6. So it will be minus 60 by 8 meter per second. So here slope is negative. Here slope is negative. That means what? The object is returning back to the origin. Okay, the object is returning back to the origin. So positive slope, object is moving away from the origin. Negative slope, object is returning back to the origin. Okay, so this is one kind of graph in which positive and negative slope both are there. This line represents positive slope and this line represents negative slope. Understand? So this is one example. From this kind of graph you can calculate velocity. Okay, so case 2 is this. All of these are included including case 2. Now case 3. So case 3 is a little bit different. Object is moving with non-uniform or variable velocity. Okay, that means here in equal interval of time the object is moving unequal distance in a particular direction. Here we are considering only linear motion, that means moving along a straight line, no direction change. So only the magnitude will change for non-uniform or variable velocity. Okay. So here how the graph will be. So here the graph displacement meter and time second. How the graph will be? Graph will not be here straight line. Okay, straight line means uniform velocity. If the displacement time graph is straight line, that means uniform velocity. So here it will not be straight line, it will be curved. Okay, it will be curved. It may be like this or it may be like this. Okay, but it will be a curved graph. Okay, not any straight line graph. Okay, so first write the statement. So for this thing the graph will be curved. Okay, curved may be like this or curved may be like this. Okay, but it will be curved. Okay, so here we know that the displacement time graph gives us the velocity. So here how will you calculate the velocity? Here how will you calculate? Here at every point on the graph, slope is different. Okay, that is velocity is different from point to point. Okay, so here how will you draw the how will you find the velocity? So take any point, suppose at this point, at this particular instant, at this particular time, you want to find the velocity. So how will you draw? How will you get? Draw a tangent at this point to this graph. Okay, draw a tangent. Tangent means a straight line which will just touch this curve at this point. Okay, so draw a tangent, and the first I am drawing the tangent. So suppose this is the tangent. Okay, whenever you will draw that tangent, this part, the part on one side of this point will be equal to the part on the other side of that point. Okay, the length on both sides should be same. Okay, length on both sides should be same. Now draw that same thing, triangle. Same thing, triangle. Give a name. Suppose it is A, B, C. Okay, you will get the times. This is the time 1, time 2, and in the same way this is the displacement 1, displacement. Okay, so slope equal to, it will be BC by AC. Okay, in this way you will calculate its velocity. Okay, but it is a little bit difficult in your grade. When you will come to class 11, then we will discuss elaborately how to find the slope and how to find the velocity for this kind of graph. Okay, there is a little bit trick. Okay, that I will not discuss here. Just I am telling that this is the slope, and in this way we can calculate the slope. That means in that way we can calculate the velocity at that particular point. If we go to other point, this point, then what will happen? Then everything will change. Okay, here this is the tangent, this is the tangent. Now draw the right angle triangle. Again, this part by this part will give the velocity at that point. Now look at here. This part is increasing. This part is increasing, and T part is decreasing as we move away from the origin along this curve. Okay, that means displacement is increasing, displacement part is increasing, time part is decreasing. That means this denominator part is decreasing, numerator part is increasing. That means slope will increase as we are moving away from the origin along this graph. The slope is increasing. Slope is increasing means velocity is increasing. So this kind of graph represents the increasing velocity. Okay, so this blue line, this kind of graph represents increasing velocity. Okay, if the velocity increases, that means which quantity is there? Acceleration. Okay, but we cannot find the acceleration from this graph. Okay, we have to find it by using another graph. Okay, that we will do in the next lecture, that is velocity time graph. So these are the things, graph will be curved. At every point on the graph slope is different, that is velocity is different from point to point. That we have checked it already. Okay, velocity is increasing here. In this curve velocity will decrease. Okay, so velocity is not same at each point on this curve. Okay, for this reason it is variable velocity or non-uniform velocity. Okay, understand? So these are the three cases. Now we come to a conclusion point by point. So conclusion, first conclusion is what? That displacement time graph can be three types. One, parallel to time axis. Okay, second, inclined to time axis and straight line, and third type, it is curved. Okay, these are the three types. Okay, from the first type, what we can know? From the first type, we can find that the object is at rest. Okay, from the second type, we can know inclined to the time axis and straight line. That means it is it represents uniform velocity. Okay, and velocity can easily be found by finding the slope. Okay, so uniform velocity. And third type curve, it represents non-uniform or variable velocity. Okay, velocity may increase or decrease, but it is non-uniform. Okay, so these are the three cases we can find. Second one is if slope is positive, that means the body is moving away from origin, and if slope is negative, that means the body is returning back to the origin. Okay, understand? Another thing that we can tell, that from the displacement time graph, okay, from the displacement time graph we can draw the velocity time graph. Okay, so 3, from displacement time graph we can draw velocity time graph. Okay, this part we will do in the next class. How to draw velocity time graph from displacement time graph. Displacement time graph is given, you are asked to draw the velocity time graph of that same object. How will you do? That we will do in the next lecture. Okay, so these are the conclusions we can get. Okay, next one part I will tell, that is also very important, that is, can the graph of displacement time, can the graph of displacement time be parallel to displacement axis? Displacement axis, this is a question. Can it be? I am drawing better. So this is displacement, S unit meter, this is time, unit second. So this question tells that the graph is like this. Will it correct? Is it correct? This graph is correct or not? So this is a particular time. Suppose it is 6 seconds. This is a particular time. At a particular time, the object is here, here. At a particular time, the object is at many positions. Is it possible? At a particular time, you are at your room and you are at your school, you are in the market. Is it possible at a particular time? No, it is never possible. Okay, at a particular time, the object can be at a particular position. Okay, so this type of graph is not possible. So it is not possible. Okay, it is not possible. At a particular time, the object will be at a particular position. Okay, it cannot change its position at a particular time. Okay, if it changes its position, that means time is also changing. Okay, understand? So the displacement time graph can never be parallel to the displacement axis. Displacement time graph can be parallel to the time axis. Time is going on, but the displacement is not changing. The object is at a particular point. That means it is at rest. Okay, you are looking at a tree. Okay, you are looking at a tree in front of you, and you are seeing your watch and looking at the tree. Seeing your watch, looking at the tree. The tree is not changing its position with respect to time. Okay, that means it is at rest. So this type of graph is possible, but this is not. Okay, understand? So this is our part. Okay, so displacement time. Next class we will discuss velocity time graph. Okay.